Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? Oh yeah, another day, another pocket dump deconstruction. It's Thursday, and I'm trying to get excited. I'm excited, I really am. It's Thursday, over the hump. I'm still standing. Time to go to work. What you see in front of me, that's what I'm going to stuff my pocket with today. That's my pocket dump. I went through my cases, my Pelican cases, threw these down on my desk. Actually, I played with another one too, so there is a knife that got away that almost made the EDC. Almost. Actually, I took a picture of it as my bigger knife and then changed up. That's what I'm going to do. I love this carry. Man, titanium and steel. Anyway, I took a picture of it. I'm going to post that on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. It'll happen around noon time, 1, 2, noon to 2-ish time. After taking the pictures, I turned my iPhone 6S Plus from photo to video, and now, of course, we're going to deconstruct what I'm putting in my pockets. That's what we do every single day. Man, I don't know. I don't know how many months we've been doing this. 3, 4, 5. I lose count, but I can't imagine not doing it. It's one of those things where I have to have this discussion about knives and cigars and stuff that goes in the pockets. So thank you for that. All of you that watch this video, thank you for letting me talk about knives and forcing me to go through my cases, because I know me, I just, at the last minute, right before going out of the door, I'd grab probably the same stuff. And I'm so happy when I have variety in my pockets, and my pockets are bulging with this stuff. So let's talk about it. Today is a meeting day, and there's my Apple Watch. You know, I love mechanical watches. I love chronographs. I love even manual watches. I just love them. But let me just tell you, there is nothing like an Apple Watch or whatever other kind of watch you guys have that's a computer on your wrist when you're in a meeting and just flip your wrist and I keep in touch with stuff, which I really love. Before, I wouldn't know what was going on, or I'd have my phone on the desk, and that's just tacky. So, bunch of meetings, that's not fun. Apple Watch makes it a little bit better. And knowing that at the end of this Thursday, in celebration of the end of Thursday and the beginning of a Friday, I'm going to be smoking my El Rey del Mundo Cuban cigar. Oh, I really love that. I know my lighting sometimes doesn't give you a good look at the label. Take a look on Instagram. Even sometimes there it doesn't look all that nice. But man, I just love my El Rey del Mundos. I really do. Shown pen. This is the stainless steel one that has DLC coating on it. That really helps. It's so hard. I have one of my watches had the same thing. I like it. The great thing about Shown pens to me, now this is to me, sometimes I put this in a little Menundi leather sheath because it doesn't have a clip, and I actually like that fact. But man, as these things start to wear, they just look nice. Manly and womanly. I'm not a sexist. I really am not. But man, oh man, I really like these Shown pens. Someone wrote me and said, man, I looked at those Shown, SCHON pens, design pens, and they're pricey. Yeah, okay. You know, price is always relative. But also, it depends on what you want. Man, I never push anything at you guys. You know, there are Spydercos that are very inexpensive. You can get an Endura, a Delica, a Manix, anything you want. Dragonfly, inexpensive. Go for it. Don't stretch. Don't go in debt for a collection. Yeah, I'll trust me. you won't enjoy it as much. And as you grow and your collection grows, you'll feel good. So please don't think this is me telling you guys to go get it. We do that way too much in this country, everywhere in this world. Don't do that. Don't. Hey man, that's why the message is be happy. All right? There's a lot of different knives out there at a lot of different price points. Hey, there's a lot of different cigars out there at a lot of different price points. I have some Cuban cigars that cost $5. Can you believe it? Handmade from Cuba. There's a lot of good stuff, so don't overreach, please. That's from a crazy collector of a bunch of things. All right? Don't do that. Thin Mont Blanc wallet, one of my thin Mont Blanc wallets. Today, man, I'm starting vodka early. I'm not going to start it early at work. I do not drink at work. I do not. Lunch sometimes, a couple of glasses of wine or some beer. Yeah, I drink that for lunch. But no, we don't do the hard stuff till after. But I do love those moments. Hey, no one teaches us this about health. Everyone's talking about what to eat, what don't eat, what do this, don't do that. Truth of the matter is, too, and all of those obviously are right. I'm just a fat guy that'll probably go a little earlier because of good cigars, booze, and good food. And I'm kind of okay with that. But also, just a couple of minutes alone. If you can't spend a couple of minutes with all your stuff off, that means all the electronics. And believe me, I have electronics. I love electronics. I do. But just spend some time with you. Man, oh man, it's good for the soul. Man, I just sound like a hippie, didn't I? No. I'll tell you what I am. I'm a 57-year-old Boy Scout. The coin today is from the mint. It's a 1-ounce silver coin celebrating the 100 years of the American Boy Scouts of America. That's one organization that I'm always proud that I was a part of as a youngin'. I don't know how it is these days, but man, I do this all the time. And here's the corny stuff. You guys noticed that on this Thursday I'm feeling corny? Corny. And so please, I apologize for all the corniness, but man, listen to this. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. I can't remember what I put in my pockets 5 days ago unless I looked on YouTube in the playlist to see the pocket dump deconstructions. But I can remember that at 57 when I was a teenager. Just think if everyone thought about that. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Man, if I could hire people that believed in those things, I'd be a very happy person. Anyway, that's my Boy Scout coin, and that's for good luck. Let's talk about the knives. I know you guys are saying, finally. You guys know I have a thing for crickets. I have all the crickets, the older ones, the first cricket, and all the way through. Man, I just love the cricket. I really do. This is the etched cricket. I really like this etched scales that Spyderco has. These are raised patterns, but what's nice is they feel good on that stainless steel. They really do feel nice. You notice, if you ever see me do the etched, and I have to get more. I've been looking at an etched dragonfly, and people have just been asking way too much for it. So I'm waiting for one to come around that I feel is perfect, and not perfect, but at a good cost. But man, it just feels nice in your hand. Also, it hides a lot of trails, a lot of wear, which I love. On a cricket, which is nice and thin, these new crickets, and then you have that nice pattern that gives you a little bit more grip. It just looks nice. I love it. I love to feel it. The great thing about a cricket is that it feels so nice. It really does. Just nice in your hand. I use this as a keychain knife, which is great. Sometimes I throw the keys on my desk at work or at a bar or something, and I'll just be rubbing it. No one gets scared on a Cricut, but I'll tell you, man, this is a nasty little knife that can really help you. The belly. People say, oh, hogbill knives don't do anything. This is a reverse S style blade that Spyderco came up with their really nice tactical civilian. But let me tell you something. With that belly, you can do everything with that belly out there. It's a nice small knife. You know, it does come to a tip, but look at how thick it is. Nice thick stock. VG10 steel, 1.9 inches, just enough blade to do a bunch of things. This is great to just throw in your pocket or in your purse. I put it on a keychain and just really love it. That's the Cricut. It's etched from Spyderco, VG10 steel, 1.9 inch blade. Yeah, man, I started 2016 out right. 3 flippers from Spyderco. Bam, bam, bam. The first, a positron from Brad Southard from Spyderco flipper. Nice little flipper. And then at the exact same, man, the very first part of January, right after the new year, the pair of mantras from Spyderco. Yeah, they released 2 flippers all at the same time. And what flippers. Man, they kicked off the year nice. This is the Mantra 2. The Mantra is, if you've ever seen a Spyderco Delica, it is the flipper version of the Delica. It has the same Spyderco leaf shape as the Delica. It's exactly like the Delica. This handle looks exactly like the Delica. The difference between the Mantra 1 and the Mantra 2 is, of course, the shape of the blade. The first one is shaped just like the Delica with that Spyderco leaf blade. This is a nice drop point. It's thin profile. The first one you can open with the Spidey hoe as well as flip. This one, the Spidey hoe doesn't work. You have to flip it. That's just the brand, and they did that so it has that low profile. One thing I like about this one, look, a Delica doesn't take up too much space, neither does the Mantra in your pocket, but man, with that blade down like this, that profile is so wonderful. Easier to clip. Really nice. Just leaves more room for stuff in your pockets, right? Oh, the Mantra's nice. CPM M4. M4, yeah, it flips nice. That's just me being lazy with my fat fingers. M4 steel. Again, you just saw, I showed you the new Blade HQ exclusive paramilitary 2 with M4 steel. All of the Southards, all of the Bradleys have M4 steel. Keeps an edge, strong, but you got to take care of it. It will rust on you. It will rust on you. It's not a stainless steel. Oh, I do like this though. 3.2 inch blade, all tie. Oh man, I love this. Feels like a Delica. I mean, the handle is just like a Delica. All titanium. I love that they used a wire clip, man, for a light knife like this. Nice light flipper. I would have been disappointed if they did the hourglass or some other thing. I love the wire. It has the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Here's the thing with the frame lock too. They put in the steel insert. Yeah, steel on steel lasts long. Steel on titanium doesn't hold up that much. The steel wins. The titanium gets worn down, and that's why you see it travel across the lock. And, you know, Eric Glasser, the founder Saul's son, who runs the company, he explained why all of their flippers don't have those inserts. Some of them do. And the reason he wanted here is, man, that blade comes out hard on this little thing. It flies out. So more tendency to wear it down, I guess, and he puts in that, oh man, stainless steel insert. I like that. I really do. I like this knife. It's just a perfect knife. It really is. And let me tell you something. It's a perfect medium flipper, a perfect companion to a Chris Reeve anything Sebenza. I'm serious. Because look, you got the tie, you got a little flipper, especially when you get the Mantra 1. Same with the Mantra 2 though, it gives you more pocket space, but the Mantra 1, you got a flipping Delica, so one of the best Spyderco knives, in titanium next to this titanium beast, masterpiece beast. Yes, this is the Chris Reeve large, there's only, okay, there's only one size. We'll talk about the Nkosi a little bit. This is the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. Just a wonderful knife, isn't it? 3.6 inch S35VN steel. It's not a satin blade. No, it still has that nice stonewash blade. That's what I like about Chris Reeve. It's just handy. It also hides some stuff. You know it's a 25 because it has the two forward choils. Has that profile with a little bit of a hump more than the 21 does. And then, of course, that niche. Now, let me just tell you this. Oh, man, it's big. I love it. I'll tell you, the Nkosi came out, I grabbed it. It's now called the small Nkosi. It was small, and I kept saying, it's just like the frickin' 25. It's a small 25. Why doesn't Chris Reeve just call it a small 25? I have not had a chance to buy the large Nkosi that was introduced at the Blade Show 2016. I've seen it. The big difference is the new Nkosis, both of them have these oversized phosphor bronze washers around the pivot. And that's different than the 25. The other difference, I mean, these are slight differences. I've seen both of them side to side. They look exactly the same. They do. But inside, the washers are different. And also on the back, you see how this clip is right there on the lock? I have never had problems with any of my Chris Reeve knives as far as the placement of the clip. Never. There are some knives, some Spydercos even, where opening them are a little bit of a problem because your hand is kind of pressing down. The clip kind of gets in the way. You feel it here. I just loved it. But I guess some people have complained. And so with the Nkosi, I've seen it on the small Nkosi. I thought it was just because it was small. But this clip is a little more pointed this way off of the lock space. So there are some improvements. Now the big controversy, someone sent a comment. By the way, thank you for all your comments. Bless you for all the thumbs up. It keeps me going. It really matters to me, so I really appreciate that. But let's talk about this. Someone said, hey, aren't the 25s gone? Discontinued? My guess is that the Nkosi, large Nkosi, small Nkosi, is the next evolution, you know? Chris Reeve does take time with his knives, and then he does an evolution, you know? There were the original Sebenzas, and then, you know, then we've got the Sebenza, and then you've got, then on the 21st anniversary, it was the Sebenza 21, and then on the 25th, he had the Sebenza 25. That's this. Now he has the Nkosi, started with the small one, now he has a larger one. So, my guess is that's the new evolution of his knives. But you know what? When the 21 come, I still see classics. The 21, though, on his 21st anniversary, you know they're still selling new ones of those with a lot of variations. I've shown a lot of them. If you want to see most of the Chris Reeve variations on the new Sebenza 21s, take a look. I have on my channel, we reached 500 subscribers, so I opened up my most expensive case. It included 48 Chris Reeve knives. you'll see all the variations on the Sebenzas, Sebenza 25s, 21s, the small 21s, the large 21s. Take a look at that. So he's still doing 21s even though he has a 25. Now, of course, it's more of a radical change than a 21. So we'll see what happens with the Nkosi, how he wants to market it. My guess is I'm hoping what he'll do is keep that Nkosi as like he does with the 25. Recently, he's been doing a lot different things with the scales on the 25 and all of that. So maybe he'll start going crazy on the 25, using it more like the 21 and keeping the Nkosi more pristine. I don't know, but I'm excited that Chris Reeve has come out with a new pair of knives. I really am. I'm a big fan of his, and anything he does, I'm happy he's doing it. So that's a long talk about Sebenza 25, but you guys know I love my Chris Reeve knives, and I love my Nkosi, the small Nkosi, so I'm looking forward to the large one. But again, so that right there is my carry. Man, I'm excited about the carry. I really am. I like that carry. Just quality all the way through. Just loving it. You'll be able to see that pretty picture on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken, noonish, 1-ish, 2-ish. Sometimes I even leak into 3-ish. Sorry about that. I just get busy. You'll be able to see that. Hey, come join me. Follow my feed on Instagram. I post at least 4 photos throughout the day. Start with an early cup of coffee, a cigar, and a couple of knives. Always a couple of knives. And then goes through the day, including the pocket dump, the knife that got away, and also another bunch of knives. So come check me out on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. Don't forget to thumb this up. Thumb the video up, man. That's my juice. It really is. It really doesn't bring in more subscribers or anything like that. It's just for me to feel that you're out there and make me know that I need to keep these things going every single day. Every single day. Every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Punch that subscribe button. It takes a second. They'll let you know when I post videos. I'll be doing some special videos too along the way. When we reach 1,000, yeah, it's Spyderco Palooza. It's Spyderco Palooza. We're going through all of my Spyderco knives. You're going to see some classics. You're going to see a bunch of knives. We'll also do the fixed Spyderco knives that I have as well. I've talked about that. I've talked about Instagram. I made my pictures, but I haven't talked about the knife that got away. Oh, man. I even took a picture of this. This is the Strider SNG. You guys know I love me some Striders. Man, if I had all the money, I just love Striders. And of course, as you guys know, I have larger knives, and I like them, and I carry them. This medium size is kind of what I like. And the Strider, with that big choil, man, with fat hands like mine, it just fits just perfect. You can beat the hell out of this thing. And I don't beat knives up anyway, but this is really nice. 3.5-inch blade. Yeah, this has S30V steel from Strider. Oh, man, do I love it? You bet you. The tie lock, that Strider, regular Strider clip. Man, I wish I had the money for custom Striders. I probably could keep the money for custom Striders, but then that means I can't chase the Chris Reeves and other knives, but I might start going that way. You might start seeing over time a couple more customs. I love the fact that a lot of beginners can watch this video and get hooked into knives. You don't have to be $1 billion, but man, I love this Strider. Man, I picked it up and I just played with my Striders. I love it. This has black G10, good grip on it, of course, with the tie, and of course the frame lock. That's it, the Strider SNG S30V steel with the G10 show side. Man, I love the jimping too. It's aggressive jimping, but man, your fingers don't bleed. This is just, I love my Striders. Check it out. This is the knife that got away, though. It's going to remain on my desk. All the knives that got away, I keep them on the desk and play with them. When I get home from work, I'm playing with the knives that got away. That's why they got away. I've been playing with them, but I decided not to carry them. There's the carry and the knife that got away. Hey, you guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for your support. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, think about it. I'm excited about the Spyderco Palooza because I haven't seen some of those Spydercos that are deep in my 1600 Pelican case. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.